Welcome to the planet.
This is the Sentinel Services. If you try to flee or resist, we will use deadly force.
I know no mutant has ever escaped before. What can I say? I'm different.
These are my children. You can't just cart them off.
When someone takes what you love most, it will change you.
When they look at me, they see a troubled young woman. I'll show them trouble.
Welcome to the planet.
Welcome everybody to another Earth 2 Comic-Con exclusive video. This time I have for you a video from Fox's The Gifted. This one was really interesting. We got to talk to a couple cast members and find out how their journey is going to, what their journey is going to be for this season moving forward. Because I mean the season has already started, so they could tell us some things, but they couldn't tell us some. But it's interesting what we learned. So I'm not gonna hold you guys on too much talking about this. I'm just gonna get right into it. First of all, I have for you Cody Bell and Amy Ecker. Amy Ecker, as you know, plays Kate Strucker, and Cody plays Jace Turner. I asked Jace a question in the beginning. He got up and he had to go find out before he came. You know what? I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Go ahead and get into that, and we'll see you on the next one.
Is this the way it is, or is it, I haven't broken it?
So, okay, let me start. Quote unquote, you're no longer with Sentinel Services.
Yeah.
So we started the show and you're hiding stuff in the attic or somewhere and your wife has found it. So what does it, do you end up going back without telling us?
You know what, I should actually probably ask Matt real quick what I'm allowed to say. I don't know, but I don't know. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hold that thought. Ask him.
Well,
Matt.
you're looking for your son. So you're following up leads and you're looking for your son. And kind of want to ask you if you end up getting if the Struckers end up getting back together at some point, or you have to ask Matt too.
We're still shooting, so I'll just say not yet.
Okay.
They don't tell us much more of getting the script. So
on that note,
yeah.
What do you think Caitlin's reaction to Andy's hair will be? Liked it? A little disappointed?
I think it's a little flawed. No, I think I do get a little bit of a warning about his hair. I get to see him before I actually, so I have time to digest his hair before I have to talk to him about it.
Digesting his hair.
How have you liked Kate's increased physicality in season 2 so far?
I was pushing for that, so I'm excited. Yeah, I was like, I would like to kill people or beat up people. You don't have to have powers, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Good hat.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know. Actually, this
that's
as a funny as a person of interest comic, the stunt coordinator was like, "What if you had 2 guns in this episode?" And I was like, "That would be good for a lot of people." It will be.
What about any type of as your characters evolving, you get any type of training or something like that?
Well, Matt had told me before we started shooting to take some sword fighting classes.
Okay.
Now that has not come in handy at all, so I'm going to ask for my money back. But we have great stunt guys who work with us, and they are really good about helping us learn things in advance of having to do them when we get a script. And when we got the first episode, we got it like 5 days before we started shooting, and in the character description of my character, it said 6 months later, Caitlin's face is hardened by grief and her body is hardened by 6 months of intense training. And I was like, should someone have told me that before 5 days?
A heads up 6 months ago.
So I have lifted a weight for like the first time in my life, which is very exciting.
She has one weight. She has a weight and she lifts it.
This is your second show with Matt. How much you enjoyed that?
Absolutely, yeah. I feel lucky, It's not often you get to work with, you work with your friends, work with people you enjoy. And yeah, we formed a relationship over the years on Burn Notice, and then he told me about this project like early on, like a couple years before it happened. He said, yeah, I really wanted to be a part of it. I'm like, oh, that would be great if it could actually happen. And then, we jumped through all the hoops and did all the auditions I had to do, and luckily it all worked out, so I'm very happy.
So Kobe's everyone's favorite. So anyone wants to work with Kobe.
Oh wait, I can actually answer your question now.
Okay, great.
So wait, say the question again.
So the question was, the question was, you're no longer with Sentinel Services, but you're investigating mutant activities.
Yeah.
On the side. Your wife finds it, and you explain it away. But is there any way that you happen to return back to fighting against mutants, or?
So here's the deal. Yeah, Jace. He's his whole mission in life is to get justice for his daughter, or revenge, or whatever it is for his daughter. And he joined Sentinel Services as a means to get that done. So when he quits Sentinel Services, he kind of finds himself like a man with a mission, but no way to get it done. Along come the Purifiers, and they tempt him, and he realizes very quickly that, okay, this could be my army. So things get extremely dark extremely quickly.
Awesome, thank you.
Another one of Jason's bad decisions.
Right, thank you.
Next up, I have for you guys Sean Teal. Sean plays Eclipse, and he has an interesting view on his relationship with Polaris. I asked, you know what, just go ahead and listen to the interview. Let me not spoil it for you guys.
Maybe make some questionable decisions like the bat signal because of his breathing, or?
Matt, am I going to keep making questionable choices as Marcos? He wasn't thinking straight with that bat signal, was he? Yeah, he's not the most erratic guy. No, I think, he's... Some characters are based more on pragmatism than others. I think some people are more logical and some actually are less hard done by. I think Eclipse is a passionate person and actually has so many awful things happen to him that he's probably quite dictated by passion more so than anything else. He's trying to keep it together, and it wasn't the smartest of choices to do that thing, but actually it made Lorna aware that he was there, and you'll see the repercussions of what he did soon, and he'll learn from it. But people make mistakes, and actually he's not only human, he's not superhuman. He can't control it all the time. He's not aware of the mother of his child being alive. He doesn't know if his baby's alive. He wasn't there for the birth. He didn't get a choice in naming it. He's been left behind, and that's something that I can't imagine any man going through without losing his mind a little bit, especially someone that cares as much as he does and feels as strong as he does. So there might be a few times where he gets a bit erratic, but actually I think people will be on his side of that. I vouch for him as a person, and the things that Lorna has done to him is just disgraceful. So there's a lot of fun to be had.
So speaking of the baby,
Yes.
so Eclipse seems to struggle a lot with like his morality, although not as much as like some of the other characters in the show. Are we gonna see that? Are we gonna see like his boundaries pushed even more this season because of the baby?
His background, did you say?
His boundaries.
Yeah, his boundaries. Yeah, if he doesn't push the boundaries already, he is going to be dealing with that a lot. And actually, I'm sorry, I've completely blanked.
You are going to see him dealing with his boundaries a lot more.
What you're going to witness is him. He's not faltering in his ethical beliefs that two wrongs don't make a right. He shouldn't be as extremist and proactive and actually abrasive as the Inner Circle is. He doesn't agree with them whatsoever, and that, I guess, is the difference between him and Polaris, is that ideological issue. Like, do two wrongs make a right? Do you take back what's right for yours? That's not. He doesn't agree with that. He's not. He considers that to be actually short-sighted, a bit narrow-minded. It's not pragmatic. It's not a pragmatic approach. Bombing people, murdering people, destroying banks, whatever it is that you end up doing. Yes, that might be you somehow getting your own back, but tit for tats only end up in upscaling the problem. They only make them larger. Eclipse, I think, is pretty angry at Polaris for basically setting the world on fire and then worried that people might get burned. And you go like, well, we could have discussed this before you lit the match. And so he is going to do all those boundaries not because of his ethical problem, but because the love that he has for the people that he cares about the most on the opposite side of that ethical love. So does he sacrifice those ethics for the things that he loves? Or does he torture himself, maintain his ethics, and lose all the things that he cares about? And that's the boundary push that he goes for.
So, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Oh, thank you. So, Sean, would you classify you and Polaris' relationship and your relationship as, say, like an Xavier Magneto kind of relationship?
There have been those comparisons. I have my legs, so I guess I can walk. There's some differences to the two. No, ideologically, yes, they could. Saved. There are some comparisons, yeah, and I would say that there are. You'd have to ask Matt, my boss back there. But no, I guess if you are to look at their ideologies, it starts to make sense. Obviously, she has her father and has a similar mentality to him, and I think Eclipse is has followed along similar paths that Xavier did, and actually that Martin Luther and Malcolm did, which is what they were based on. So you could say that. I wouldn't go as far as saying it myself. I'd be privileged to have that be a comparison, but I wouldn't.
Thank you guys. Sorry.
Next up, I have for you guys Jamie Chung. She plays Blink. We saw her in the premiere episode, and we saw her in the second episode, and we saw how her powers evolved. There is more involved with that. She tells us about it.
I know, I saw that. That's awesome. Hi.
So I know that you're with John right now.
Yes.
What are the chances of Blink getting a girlfriend this season?
I mean, I think they were playing with it. No. Storyline. I mean, I think, you're speaking of relationships. I'm totally down for it. But I think Blink as a character, I think she's really just struggling with her own identity. I guess that kind of pertains to that question of whether or not she wants to hide who she is and try to blend in as a human, or to be mutant and proud. So I think she's really struggling with that. And I think she's willing to sacrifice her relationship with John in order for her to truly be happy. So I think there is a question of whether or not she stays with him. Yeah. So she may be single again.
How much of Blink's powers do you get to see this season? How much do you?
I think you get to see her using it more, offensive, in the offense. She's going to be able to play with her powers in a way where one object goes into one portal and it may be used against that same person. So I think you'll see it in those kind of fun ways.
So in terms of, you've done a lot of different characters during your career in terms of training.
Yes.
How is training for this role different than any other
I'm practicing my portal at home a lot. My portal face is what I call it, and I ask my husband, I'm like, does this make me look constipated? No, it's not so much that, but we're always pitching ideas to the writers, don't you think that they should all, since they're on the run, that they should be training? Amy's been training a lot, Blair's been training a lot, and even though I didn't get the okay from the writers, I've been training a lot because you never know, in hopes that it does happen, that you get to have a full sequence. So in hopes of having a good sequence, I have been training. I just haven't had a chance to use that yet.
Finally, I have for you guys Emma Dumont. Emma, as you guys know, plays Polaris. She was the best one I think we spoke to. She also has a very interesting idea of what her relationship with Polaris is. So without further ado, let's get into Emma Dumont's interview.
I asked Sean if he would classify your relationship with his as a Magneto-Xavier type relationship, and he didn't really say yes.
What?
What would you classify it as?
If Magneto and Xavier had a baby. Yes, that's exactly what I would say. In fact, we're on the same side of the political spectrum, but we have different beliefs and different vantage point. One of us is very passive. I'm not going to say which one, and one of our characters is very active and demands action in a time of such struggle and such inequality. And I think that's really important. I think Lorna's core values is very important for people, especially young people in this day and age, to have and take on. That, if we all take one step together, if we all take one action, it is worth so much more than our individual selves. So vote.
Could you touch on your relationship with Andy this season? Because we started seeing it kind of grow maybe not taking over Lorna as a big sister, but how that's kind of grown as the episodes go on.
Yeah, I mean, when you're put in a place where you don't trust a single soul in there, and the one person you know from your life before, Andy and Polaris never had a scene together in season 1. They were never, I don't think they were ever shown bonding or doing anything that was like brother and sister like. And then all of a sudden, out of sheer force, for circumstantial reasons, they're forced to be each other's best friend, their confidant, their mentor, mentee, they're everything to each other because they every day go to sleep a little bit scared for their lives. And that's the kind of place the inner circle is. They know they're doing good work and they know they're there for a good reason, but they need each other to be there, or else they couldn't survive. And I love the bond they have.
One of the things we saw in season 1 is the fact that motherhood really made her start to embrace her father's destiny. But it still seems like, at least in season 2, there's still some good, and obviously the Hellfire forward. I mean, is it a little difficult to play off that, or?
I'm so sorry.
This protective nature, do you feel it comes just from being a mother?
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So, Polaris, I say this, and I just have to say it out. I just say bluntly what it is. Polaris is turning into Magneto. Like, directly. We've never seen her as a mother before in the comics, and now that she's a mother in our show, it's very much Magneto's original lore. It's his journey in the films, even. Yeah, she has to sacrifice so much for her child, and maybe through that she can learn to forgive her father. There's an entire episode dedicated to her father, what happened to her birth father, her birth father, quote unquote, and sort of her journey with her past. Later on, it's episode 8. I don't know if you want to say that, but whatever. And I think it's really interesting, and we can definitely delve into the Magneto thing. Also, there is a point in this season where Polaris finally accepts her legacy. She is X-Men mutant royalty, and there is a point this year where she finally says, forget it, I guess I am. I guess I have to do this thing. When she never wanted to be a leader and never wanted to be anything but just herself.
That is all I have for you folks. Thank you for watching. I have more interviews coming up, so just keep your eye out on the channel for more things dropping, more things Final Fantasy 2018 dropping. I have a lot more coming up. I have all of this on the podcast. If you guys would rather listen, it's on there. So just go right on there, LC Podcast, and your favorite podcast listening app, whether it's Apple, Spotify, Google Play Music, TuneIn, Stitcher, Audio Mac, Anchor FM. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace. So now I'm kissing you, baby.